Hi there, Becky Amble. I am back to do some more show and tell about Notebook LM. And remember, that is a Google product. Let's share the screen and take a look at some things here. Let's take a look. And again, once you get logged into Notebook LM, it's going to look kind of like this. What you can see. So I'm trying to reorganize my screen. And what we're going to do today is create something new. Now, in the past, I showed you how I uploaded my book and had it do a summary, and then I had it do a shorter summary, and then I had it write a video script. And then I forgot that I couldn't do videos in Notebook LM, so I took that script and went over to InVideo. And then we came back and took a look at doing a podcast. So all of those things we have gone through. And what we want to do here now is create something new. And one of the things that I wanted to share with you, let me get this upload going because that sometimes takes a minute or two, is that you can, here's my documents. So I was thinking of what would make a kind of an interesting little demonstration here. So I decided to find some articles about startup B2B companies, and I use Perplexity to find them. They're sort of so-so, they're not the greatest. And I decided that doesn't matter for demonstration purposes. We can use what we got. And there was one that was on ecom, and I thought that's not in particular what I want to talk about. So we just didn't save that one. So I copied all of this stuff, made PDFs out of them because Notebook LM, now you probably can't see that, likes to have things in a PDF or a text file. I forget what they are, but you can see that when you do the sign up. Anyway, you can upload, I think it's 50 documents. I think it's more than 50 pages. You can give it, well, obviously my book was over 200 pages. And you can give it a whole lot of information. And then what you could do is you could say, ask a question of it, and you could say, tell me what are some legal issues that I need to know. And whoops, sorry, typo there. Based on those three documents, it will now answer my question. And here it says, based on the sources provided, primary legal consideration is, et cetera, be a registered agent, have an operating agreement, articles of organization, all that kind of stuff. The content here is not necessarily what we need to know. Let's just say then, what else? Is there a pre-launch checklist? Or can create one? All right, let's see what it does with that. I guess there really wasn't anything quite like that. All right, here you go. Pre-launch checklist based on this. Identify your market and target audience, and has some points there to think about. Then it says analyze the competition, and it has some points there. Set clear goals, define your business model, create a business plan and financial projections. Yeah, I know, going quickly here. You could go back and look at if you wanted to. Develop your product or service offering, register your business, the legal structure. So it goes through a whole lot of things, and you could ask whatever questions you wanted. Here, I have another question for it. How do I know I am ready to launch my business? Now that's kind of a weird, nebulous question. Let's see what it says. All right, based on the sources and our conversation about the foundational steps, you will know you are ready to launch when you've thoroughly addressed the key areas and completed the essential tasks outlined in the sources. So once again, it's going to go through and tell you the things that you need to do before you launch your business. Have you verified your business idea and understand the market and target audience? That was the first point in the last question. Have you analyzed the competition? Remember, covered that. Do you have SMART goals? Have you defined your business model? And so on. So the point I'm making here is you can upload a bunch of documents. And in this case, we wanted documents that were basically on a similar theme, and then have it as a resource that you can ask specific questions. So how many times have you gone to a document and did the find aspect, and then you still have to look for your keyword and go up and down and all that kind of stuff? Here, look at what you can do. You can ask a specific question, and you can have it go through multiple documents to give you the answer. Now, the last thing I want to show you is go over here to the right and you say deep dive conversation. So let's say that you've got these 3 documents or however many you've got, maybe 2, maybe you got 10, who knows. You've got some documents and you now want to create a podcast that you're going to listen to during your commute or out during your run or your walk or whatever you might be doing. And you just go over here to the right, see where it says deep dive conversation, 2 hosts. That's the thing. And then you hit generate and it's going to create that podcast. And then as you might have seen in another video, you say, this takes not too terribly long, but it does take a while. So you would maybe want to just leave it and come back. Then what you can do is you can download it, you can share it. You have different options. I'm going to leave it there. This will create a podcast. And if you've got documents that you want to listen to as well as be able to read, or you've got documents where you want to ask questions and have it help you get some information, this is a great tool to use to do that. Again, it is NotebookLM, a Google product. See what you think. Let me know if you experiment with it and how it goes for you. Thanks a lot. We will see you next time.